South Africa is in shock and disbelief tonight after confirmation that 92 new arrest warrants have been issued, allegedly targeting top-ranking ANC members. The revelation has sent shockwaves through political circles, leaving the ruling party scrambling to control the damage as citizens demand transparency and justice. Before we unpack the full story, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications, because this is the kind of political storm that could change South Africa's power structure forever. According to multiple investigative sources, the National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, has compiled a secret list of 92 names reportedly tied to ongoing corruption, fraud, and money-laundering investigations. The warrants, which were expected to remain confidential until formal arrests, were leaked to journalists late last night, triggering a nationwide political meltdown, a senior law enforcement insider confirmed. This is one of the largest coordinated anti-corruption operations in South African history. No one at the top is untouchable anymore. The list allegedly includes former cabinet ministers, provincial premiers, and senior ANC officials, all accused of involvement in illicit tenders, offshore transfers, and misappropriation of state funds. As news of the leak broke, phones started ringing across Luthuli House. Multiple eyewitnesses described scenes of utter chaos as senior ANC members made frantic calls to lawyers and political allies. One insider described it bluntly. The mood inside the party was pure panic. Some leaders are terrified their names are on the list. Others already know they are. Reports suggest that an emergency meeting was called shortly after midnight to address what many are calling the biggest political crisis since the Zuma era. While the NPA has yet to release the official list publicly, journalists from several outlets claimed to have verified a portion of the names. Among them are powerful ANC veterans, business tycoons with political ties, and regional leaders accused of siphoning millions through state contracts. One investigative journalist hinted that some individuals close to President Ramaphosa himself may be implicated, though this remains unconfirmed. Still, the implications are enormous, suggesting that corruption may run deeper than the public has ever been told. Within hours, social media erupted. Hashtags like gestionarists, roundly now names, and Dusty Cleanup Government began trending as South Africans voice both outrage and vindication. For many citizens, this moment feels like long overdue justice. People have taken to Twitter and Facebook demanding the full list be made public, with one viral post reading, "We've been robbed for years. Now we want to see every name on that list. No more secrets." Protest groups are reportedly organizing marches to the union buildings, calling for mass resignations and full disclosure from the ANC's top brass. Caught in the middle of this political firestorm, President Cyril Ramaphosa now faces a monumental test of leadership. While his office released a brief statement calling for patience and due process, critics accuse him of stalling to protect his allies. Analysts say the scandal could further fracture the ANC, already struggling with internal divisions and declining public trust. Political commentator Lebo Matiba noted, "If Ramaphosa acts, he risks alienating his own base. But if he does nothing, he'll look complicit. Either way, this could end his presidency." According to the NPA, formal arrests could begin within weeks once the cases are finalized and warrants officially executed. Sources within the Hawks confirm that special task forces have already been mobilized to prevent key suspects from fleeing the country. If the reports are accurate, the coming days could see a wave of high-profile arrests, potentially including household political names that South Africans never expected to see behind bars. Legal experts warned this could trigger a constitutional showdown, especially if city ministers are among those charged. Inside Luthuli House, damage control operations are in full swing. The party spokesperson has condemned the leak, calling it an orchestrated attack by political enemies seeking to destabilize the ruling party ahead of the 2026 elections. However, critics argue that blaming others won't help. As one former ANC veteran told reporters, "You can't call it a conspiracy every time the truth comes out. The people deserve answers." Tensions are reportedly boiling inside the NEC, with factions already forming. Some calling for cooperation with investigators, others demanding a full internal inquiry to protect the movement. South Africa is standing on the edge of a historic moment. If these 92 arrest warrants lead to convictions, this could mark the largest anti-corruption purge in the country's democratic history, or it could expose how deep the rot really goes within the system. The next few weeks will test not only the ANC survival, but the very integrity of the justice system itself. Do you believe these arrests will finally bring accountability, or will this be another political cover-up that fades away? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update as this breaking story unfolds. Because one thing is clear, the walls are closing in, and the truth is no longer afraid to knock on the doors of power.